Good morning, everyone. This is me, Mina, speaking about global HR strategies. Into my research here, I have discussed about 4 continents and 4 countries into these 4 continents, how they are dealing with their strategies into Salesforce field. This is my MBA for International Human Resource Management. In my agenda, I have 4 points: why HRM is critical, country deep dive that we will go in, and also comparative analysis, future trends and strategic insights. So global expansion is not just about markets, it's about people. 72 of companies failed to adapt culturally. A small HR misstep like mishandling employee data can cost millions. For example, H&M in 2021 was fined around $35 million in Germany for illegal employee surveillance. In my research, I studied Salesforce HR strategies across USA, Germany, Japan, and Brazil, and let's see how they handle such a complexity. So Salesforce in USA, we are discussing about work behavior and legalities. In the USA, work is fast and direct. Salesforce teams rely on AI to automate 40% of HR tasks, but in 1 to 3 remote people are working. So they are a bit isolated. For example, Salesforce in San Francisco, they get daily Slack-based AI training, but employees still miss personal connection, showing tech isn't enough without human focus. We are still into USA. Now we will speak about culture and solutions. Most people prefer rewards. So this rewards is divided into 2 sections. 70% they can have as a salary increase, and there is a 20% onto individual performance is taken into the form of bonus. Second point is the best practices that these companies have. For sure, having an AI training is a very good approach. They have a 15-minute training onto the platform Slack. Second thing, they have a flex rewards. They can choose either to choose a stock market stocks that they can take, or they can take an extra vacation. As a fun fact, we can mention here about 64% of the people prefer to have an AI interference than a human interference. Second country we will speak of is German. So German is formal and high structured. HR changes requires approval from worker councils, even for using an AI tools. Example, when Salesforce tried to roll out AI-based scheduling, German delayed by months, and even it cost more money due to GDPR reviews, but it paid off. Fewer legal risks and higher trust from employees. It came as a result from this approach of using the AI. In Germany, culture and solutions. They have a culture and solution for sure, as we mentioned in USA. Here we will mention also for the rewards. So as a basic salary, people can be increased by 60% and 25% as a bonus increments. This is rewards for the employees. Best practices, due to everyone is working as an immigrant into Germany, they wanted for sure to have a permit to work there and passport. So this passport processing is all done through AI. This is giving transparency for people to can see the status of the passport and also see the steps, years remaining, and everything. Also, government is funding around 500 euros per year for the skilled employees. As a fun fact, people, or 98% by people, would like to sign out by 5:30 exactly, not 1 minute more. Third country we will speak of is Japan. Japan, for sure, they have values, harmony and tradition. Meetings are so silent and change is too slow. 57% of the people there resist AI, fearing loss of human touch. Example for this, Salesforce Tokyo added an indoor garden to the office. It is resulting in focus increase by 18%, providing culture respect, drives more productivity from the employees. Japan culture and solutions. The reward is 75% of their basic salary, along with a 15% bonus. As a best practice, we have mentioned that they like more of water and green. This is increasing and boosting performance of the employees by 18%, along with a snappy kohai. This snappy kohai is allowing a mentorship from managers to subordinates, where they have a better mentorship, increasing the performance of the employees. Third country that we have is Brazil. Thrives on informality. They have a coffee break called Cafezino. They are able to trust and build, but HR battle legal maze plus 900 labor laws need to be applied there. So for the communication also, feedback is given in a private way, but praise is given into a public way. Challenges: HR spends 20% time tracking labor law changes. According to the law changes, from the legalities, they have to pay the employees around 13 months salary per year. Culture and solution rewards 50% of the base salary. I think this is a bit lower than the other countries, but they have a 30% bonus. Best practices: they have a 90% flexibility for coming to work or leaving from work. This is a very good approach as well. They have a carnival themes. They can come wearing different costumes, and then they can have more of a friendly way of working as well. For a fun fact, they have a samba. It's a happy hour where people can stand up and dance and have their own way to enjoy the work and the work environment as well. Coming to the main section where most of the information makes sense into this slide. This is a comparative analysis between legal comparisons, AI adoptions as well, work style and trainings, and HR metrics and their KPIs. As a conclusion from all of these points, we see that the US moves faster, but there is a risk of isolation. People do not prefer to have a day-to-day meeting. They prefer to have an AI or a Teams meeting. In Germany, they are slow but safe. Japan prefers tradition over technology. Brazil's mix chows and culture as well to have more productivity. As a lesson learned from all of these points, HR must adapt not to just systems, but they have to adapt to the culture itself and the hearts and minds of their employees to get the best performance from everyone. Coming to the end, there is a big takeaways from what we have checked for the last 4 countries that we have discussed for. Culture beats technology. Japan proves that plants outperform AI. Local expertise matter. German councils avoid 80% legal disputes. Fun builds loyalty. Samba breaks and reduces resignations. The future is Glocal AI, tech with a local flavor, and HR matrices must go beyond productivity to inclusion of trust and wellness. To lead global HR, you should roll out tech based on each region culture, set up compliance teams where risk is high like Brazil, budgets for culture rewards like nature spaces or local rituals. Real world impact Salesforce now includes well-being KPIs in their global HR dashboards. In my research, I was based on 10 references. Most of these references are recent references which have nearly more accurate number that we needed into our research. In closing, Salesforce teaches that the true global HR is not about controlling. It's about adaptation and checking the people culture to have the best performance from the employees toward their companies. Thank you, and I hope this session was more meaningful and having more information, and see you in the next lesson.